Hello and good afternoon to yet another segment of Close the Toss. This is the IPL special, and I'm your host Sanskar. And with me, we have a mix of the common finalists and we have a mix of some new finalists as well. Starting off with our regular features, Oreo and Jayesh, and we have one gentleman making a debut, Shashank, with us today. Shashank, welcome to the show. And
You.
after featuring in our special BGT feature featuring Hindi and English both, we have Tarang back with us. Tarang,
Hi,
फिर से स्वागत है आपका इस शो पर.
thank you.
So, gentlemen, we covered the first in our first segment we covered the South Indian teams, that is CSK, RCB, SRH, and then the Mumbai Indians. Then we went up north. We discovered Delhi, Punjab, and also Lucknow Super Giants. The competition is so competitive that we ask ourselves East or West who is the best. But turns out we did not discuss the teams in East or West. So today in this particular podcast we are featuring three teams: the Gujarat Titans, the Rajasthan Royals, and the defending champions Kolkata Knight Riders. Who wants to take a pick for Rajasthan Royals?
Me.
Ready as ever, like a fresh battery, Jayesh. Brilliant. All right, Jayesh. I'll bring up my screen real quick, and on the count of 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Hello. So Rajasthan Royals. I would consider Rajasthan Royals as a team of matured youngsters. For a lot of years, they have been a team of youngsters, that young talent, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Sanju Samson, but now they have all really matured up onto the international setup. And they have an absolutely stacked up first six. The batting is really stacked. You have Yashasvi Jaiswal, who has exploded onto the international scene, probably the mainstay opener right now. Then you have Sanju Samson, extremely well experienced captain and a really good wicketkeeper too. And then you also have Tish Rana, Ryan Parag, Dhruv Jurel, and Shimron Hetmare. There's a lot of firepower in this team of Rajasthan Royals, especially in the batting department. But then you try to go further down and you notice that they also have some new interesting faces. They have Akash Madhwal, who can provide them with some wickets in the death overs. You have Maisha Thikshana and a Sri Lanka spinner. They have the mainstay in Sandeep Sharma, and they also have Jofra Archer, the England firepower fast bowler. So they do have a good mix of players. Players like Manido Hasaranga will also add to the mix. But I think the major issue with Rajasthan probably would be that they do not have a lot of depth in their bowling in general. They do have Sandeep Sharma, Jofra Archer, but let's say if injury happens to one of those, the replacements are not that good. And in the same capacity, their spin department also needs some help. Where will they finish? If I have to take my guess, I will say that they can go probably in the playoffs. They are that good a team. They have that good firepower. Probably not winning the title. If I have to guess, they'll probably finish number 4.
Bold prediction there from Jayesh. Thank you for your thoughts, Jayesh.
Thank you.
I will let our debutants chime in today, Shashank and Tarang. What do they think about Rajasthan before Oreo or myself get into it?
I think it's a decent squad. I think RR always produces a lot of youngsters, and we have a lot of explosives in the batting today. But there are some loopholes. There are not many backups available this time, I believe. And this time, unlike last year's where they were concentrating on Indian spins, this time we have Hasaranga and Tikshana. And again, Hasaranga is a good spinner, but it's on and off. Same Tikshana is a decent spinner, but he's not a, what do you say, 4 for 15 wala spinner. He can bowl 4 overs, but for 25-30 runs. But I think can they take wickets in the middle overs? They can contain, but if they don't take wickets, I think they'll be chasing 200, 220 every time. I think that's the only issue which I see with Rajasthan.
I think they are the dark horse of the season, and they mainly depends on Rian Parag and Sanju Samson. If Sanju Samson perform well, and we can say they can finish in top four, but I am not sure.
Oreo, an avid RR supporter, what do you think about this particular squad?
I think, given that everyone has considered that the bowling is weak, but it does have a good mix of young players. And one thing I really like about the team is that they like to experiment with the squad. That they're a very brave team, and would see that they might end up in either the first runner-up or the second runner-up. So I think they are a top three team, definitely. But had they some experienced bowlers in the lineup, they could have traveled all the distance. But you never know. Jofra Archer can, let's hope that he is fit for an entire 2 months.
The most exciting prospect of RR is not with the squad, in my opinion. It's the management that has the partnership of Kumar Sangakkara, who's been with the team for quite some time, and a T20 World Cup. You wouldn't associate T20 with this particular name, but we have a T20 World Cup winning coach, Rahul Dravid, uh, guiding Rajasthan Royals in this particular tournament. So that's one aspect I'm really, really looking forward to. As for the squad, batting looks solid. Batting looks tempting. I think a very reliable Indian core after Mumbai Indians that I see is with that of Rajasthan Royals. So a job well done for Rajasthan Royals in that regard. I
I
am a yeah.
Are they going to play again a mix of their matches, their home matches between Guwahati and Jaipur?
I was getting into that aspect. Yes,
Correct.
they are going to play a first couple of games in Guwahati, and it is speculated that Riyan Parag might lead for a few games for some reason. Again, not a confirmed source, but these were speculations made. Um, there are two loopholes that I see. One, I believe Jayesh did point out, don't have reliable backups in them in case certain Faruqi or Archer or even Hasranga or Mahesh Dikshana, all the four of them very injury prone, so to speak, at least 3 out of 4 of them will make majority of the bowling core alongside Shimran Atmire at the middle. And they're also players, they have a good squad for Jaipur because Jaipur is a big ground which will be spin friendly. But against a good side, you never know how it's going to pan out. But for those first 2 games in Guwahati, I'm not sure if this is the best team. The batting does have firepower, but I think if it can score 240, it can also concede 250. That kind of a bowling for purely for Guwahati. So my prediction for this particular team, adding to the bracket of CSK, RCB, and Punjab Kings, would be a mid-table finish, but they will definitely compete for the top 4, like these 4 mid-table ones that I just mentioned. All right, I guess that's one team discussed. Now, just besides diagonally left of Rajasthan, we have another team who's just recently made their debut and enthralled us all with an entertaining final back in 2023, ended up as runners-up, but winning 2022 as champions, beating the same team, Rajasthan Royals. This is the Gujarat Titans we are talking about. A completely new look squad since last year. Last year, the exit of Hardik Pandya from Gujarat to Mumbai, but post that, a lot of transition has happened uh, under the guidance of Shubman Gill. Who would like to take this opportunity to talk about Gujarat?
I can do. So with Butler coming in from Rajasthan, the top order
8
looks.
मिनट तरंग भाई, 8 मिनट तरंग भाई, मैं
Oh,
स्क्रीन लेते आता हूँ, उसके बाद आप अपनी
sure.
प्रतिक्रिया पेश करो. Okay, Tarang, on the count of 3, 2, 1, let's go.
So with Butler coming in from Rajasthan Royals, the Gujarat top order looks very good. So Sai Sudarshan play anchor role at number 3, and other player go all bonkers from count 1 to 20 overs. So my top order would be Shubman Gill, Butler, and Sudarshan. At number 4, I would like to see Washington Sundar. After that, Shahrukh Khan, Rahul Tewatia, Glenn Phillips, Sai Kishore, Rashid Khan, Siraj, and Coetzee. So Sai Kishore can be replaced by Prasidh Krishna as per the condition of the ground, and same with go with Rabada and Coetzee. So I can say that Gujarat have good firepower, good backup of players. Then yes, we can definitely say that top 3 finish.
Solid prediction there from Tarang. Thank you. Yes, I think Gujarat is one team I'm really excited to look forward to, because I think Tarang has covered more or less everything. Right from the start, right till the end, they seem like a proper textbook definition of sum of all parts. A very well-oiled, cohesive unit. Credit to Ashish Nehra, and the management further strengthened by the local lad of Ahmedabad, Parthiv Patel. So great cricketing brains there. Um, Shubman Gill would be itching to prove a point. Very new to this stint of captaincy, and also seen as a supposed heir apparent to Rohit Sharma with respect to captaincy of the Indian cricket team. Siraj, people have ruled him out for some reason, for reasons best known to them, but he's raring to sort of prove a point. I see a lot of opportunity, a lot of firepower, a lot of uh, experience. Not to forget Rashid Khan again. He's had a iffy last 12 to 18 months, so to speak, but you can never rule out a quality as good as him. I envision a top 2, top 3 finish for Gujarat Giants. I'm certain this team will do really well. They're destined to do well.
But the best part of Gujarat Titans, like it's a solid team, and if any of the players get injured, their new owners will take care of it, because you have Torrent Pharma over there. So they are the pharmaceutical companies. They will ensure that all the medicines are there on the ground.
Also,
And
they have a good backup players.
yeah, they have a strong backup team. I think it's a top one. If everything is good, Shubman Gill seems a little indecisive to me as a leader, as a captain. He could not do really well last year. Of course, there was a lot of, with Hardik Pandya leaving and him getting the reins of power, I think he did not do justice enough. I would have loved to see Rashid Khan in that role instead of Shubman Gill, but let's go with Gill. And I still think, like, if he can manage it with a cool head, I think this is the team to beat.
I think I should go next because I'll be the devil's advocate here. The rest three speakers have said that, of course, they will be a top finishing. I would probably say they would not finish in the top half of the table. I see them finishing at number 6 or 7. And here's my reasoning. They have excellent bowling. Like, really, their bowling is something to be jealous of. They have Kagiso Rabada, Mohammad Siraj, then Prasidh Krishna. They have Rashid Khan, Washington Sundars, all amazing players. Sundar and Rashid Khan will also be, that giving that all rounder that a particular team needs. Both of them are really good. But here's the thing: look at their batting. The batting has Shubman Gill, Joss Butler, two amazing players. Let's say one of them has a bad season. Then you go down the batting order. There's Sai Sudarshan and Shah Rukh Khan. I mean, they have been good in the last few IPLs, but I would not be considering them that much reliable. And then you go down, it's waning up now. Rahul Tewatia, then you go, probably you would have to go with Sundar at number 6 or Rashid Khan number 7. So their batting, I think, kind of lacks that good middle order or a good finisher at the very end. They are reliant on Rashid Khan in some ways to be the finisher. Now, again, this would make sense if, let's say, their openers are in good form, then this whole argument becomes null. But here's my prediction. I think their openers, they may get injured or maybe they are not in the top form. So I believe they will finish in the lower half of the table, probably not that much below, probably number 6 or number 7. So a mid-table finish.
I think
You're
GT
not
is
the
a
only
team
one,
of
Jayesh. I think I totally agree with what Jayesh said. He literally stole the words from my mouth because, like how he said, we have one of the better openers here. Not very explosive or not like too defensive. We have a nice combination of Shubman Gill and Butler. Very good opening pair. We have Sai Sudarshan. He proved himself last year. However, what after that? It's the same problem which RCB faced last year when we have these likes of Anuj Rawat and Lombror and someone else who did not do a great job. But this time, if the openers do not click, I think they are going to struggle. And with a lot of teams packing their teams, packing the 11s with a lot of explosive players, I think GT is the team which will definitely suffer. The bowling is good, no doubt. They have explosive bowlers. They have Rabada, Prasidh Krishna, Kotsia can come in if required. They have Siraj. Good spinners as well with Sundar and Rashid. But the middle order and the lower middle order finishers are literally non-existent if you ask me, and they will have to be forced, they'll be forced to bring in someone like Sharfain Rutherford, who may not be a right fit, but he'll be forced, or someone like a Glenn Phillips as well, just to get that punch or add some masala in the lower order. I think this is where they're going to struggle. Jayesh was courteous in saying 5 or 6. I would say around 7 or 8. Hope I'm wrong, but I hope that's what it is. I think that's what it is.
Nice,
I think
interesting bit of
uh,
opinion.
Tarang,
G-
yeah.
GT is a team of all-rounder.
They
So,
only have 2 good all-rounders.
no, they have Glenn Phillips, the Washington Sundar, then Rahul Tewatia.
Not to forget Rashid Khan himself.
Yes,
Deserved
Rashid
as
Khan,
a
the finisher they are looking for. The Rashid Khan and Glenn Phillips are very good with finishing touch.
And if
and
you
they
have to
have
rely on
all
Rashid Khan as the main finisher, I think we are in trouble.
Exactly.
Not
That's
not main finisher. It will be the linkage between lower middle order and lower order.
people also, I'm not sure how many of you follow Afghanistan cricket very closely, but
Prem
they have
Jannat,
they have Kareem Jannat. Yes, absolutely. They have Kareem Jannat. They have
definitely a
Shahrukh.
wonderful player.
And they also have Manav Sutar, someone who I personally rate very highly. So I think they have a well-oiled unit. I actually am a little surprised to see that sort of resistance from majority of our panel today. But all right, I think IPL is a platform where un unexpected things happen, and we are certain that we will be expecting the unexpected. Well, a team that certainly did the unexpected time and again, back in 2012 against all odds, then came 2014, and then after a loomish last few seasons, at 2024 against all odds, this team emerged as the champions. Yes, we are talking about the defending champions, Kolkata Knight Riders, and I would like Shashank to do
Yep.
the honors of discussing KKR as a squad. Shashank, are you
sure.
ready? All right, let
Absolutely.
me bring up my screen real quick. All right, Shashank, on the count of 3, 2, 1, let's go.
So KKR is a predictable side. What I say, what I mean by predictable is you can predict playing 11 easily here in this case because they are already a title winning squad and they retain most of their core. That is the biggest advantage. However, there were 3 main exclusions from the ideal top 11 which they had last time, with one being the captain himself, Shreyas Iyer, and we have Ajinkya Rahane to back him up. And Mitchell Starc is a big loss, even though he was expensive last year, but we have Spence and Johnson to counter him. So if you look at the playing 11, how does it look like? We obviously will start with Quinton de Kock. and I think they will continue with Sunil Narayan. Even though Gambhir is not here, but they'll persist with Sunil Narayan. Or else there's a chance that Ajinkya Rahane may also open here. But I think to have an explosive top order, they will consider continuing with Sunil Narayan. However, if they want a right arm, left arm, I think Ajinkya Rahane may be a better pick because he can't play lower than 3. Rahane, to be fair. Even though he did a decent job at Chennai Super Kings, but QDK and Narayan are my openers. Ajinkya Rahane at number 3 and Venkatesh Iyer at number 4. And we have Rinku Singh at 5, who was literally underutilized last year. And we have Andre Russell to come and finish it off at 6. We have Ramandeep Singh, who was retained, who's number 7. And we have Harshit Rana, Vaibhav Arora, Spencer Johnson, and Varun Chakravarti to complete the top playing 11. We have Ankrish Raghuvanshi, who was also a very good player he was also part of the squad and impact sub last year. I think Ankrish would be the impact sub here in this team. One good thing is they have backups for most of the spots. However, are the backups so effective? That's the question. So for Quinton de Kock, we have Gurbaz, and for Chakravarti, the only option is Mayank Markande, or sometimes Anukul Rao is an option. But for Andre Russell, who's not getting younger any day, we have Roman Powell, who's an equal fit here. For Rahane, we have Manish Pandey, typical like to like. We have Moin Ali, just in case something happens to Sunil Narayan. So we have like to like, but are the replacements so effective is the question. However, if you compare this to last year, not many people gave them a chance last year. However, compared to last year, we have 3 good established members who are no longer in this playing 11. So I think this is where they may struggle a bit. However, it's a good squad. If the power play is good, both in terms of batting and bowling, they will definitely finish in the top 4. I think with QDK and Narayan opening the batting, and we have 2 experienced spinners in Narayan and Chakravarti, there will not be any leakage of runs. However, the only concern is when both of them, the openers, are left-handed, people will bombard them with off-spin, and that may be a challenge. I think they're good to overcome the challenge, but it's a good-looking squad. They have the opener sorted, middle order sorted, explosive finish, decent bowlers. The only thing is lack of foreign experience in the bowling unit. That's the only drawback in this squad, because Harshit Rana is no doubt good. Vaibhav Arora is a good swinger of the ball. Chakravarti has proven himself, but Spencer Johnson or Andrik Nokia may not be that effective, is what I feel. But the bowling is the weak spot, but I'm expecting them to just finish or qualify 4th, or maybe 5. 4 or 5 is my prediction for this team.
I agree with most of Shashank's points, except I think KKR is sort of no more obsessed with having a very potent bowling lineup. I just think as long as they take wickets, even with an economy of 11 or 12, they are more than happy to have that kind of average bowling lineup with a explosive batting. Because if a team who let a team like Punjab Kings chase down 260, ended up lifting the trophy eventually, almost losing to RCB while scoring 223. So I think KKR is solely relying on their batting prowess. A brave call. Ideally, I am a bigger fan of an all-rounded, well-knit unit, but I think SRH and KKR, both teams who ended up making finals, ended up proving wrong last year. But despite that, I still feel they have managed to assemble an absolute belter of a squad. Yes, as Shashank said, 2 or 3 mainstays, and my biggest mainstay being beyond the squad, that of GG, Gautam Gambhir, not being a part of this setup. How is this team gonna perform under Chandrakant Pandit being the sole, I won't say the sole, but the main proprietor of this particular squad is something I'm interested to see. But of all teams that I say that will fight for top 4, I can add them in the list, but I would say I would lean towards them making to the playoffs, maybe sneak in at the top 3 or 4.
ये
I mean,
टीम मिड टेबल मैडनेस में फंसने वाली है with very thin bowling lineup or over dependence on Andre Russell and Sunil Narayan. So mid table madness is there. 5th or 6th finish.
Oreo, your hometown franchise, anything?
I think they are a squad which does not aim to win in the first season, like in the first year after the shake-up, the auction shake-up. They try to do it from the second year onwards, and they try their best actually. So that is a squad, again a squad which loves to experiment. In Chandrakant Pandit, we have a person. I think even B Arun is part of the coaching team. So that's a squad that takes a lot of pride in the knowledge of domestic players, and so that is one edge they have. The kind of players they want to invest. They focus on, like, no one about 4 years back expected uh, Iyer or Venkatesh Iyer or a Varun Chakravarti coming and doing wonders. Even a Rinku Singh back about 2 3 years ago was unknown, but here they are, everyone trying to do their best. Maybe this season would be a little tough for them. The season to look out will be from next year onwards, but all said and done, let, uh, they are a champion squad. We might expect them in the top four. 4 or 5 is what I look at, because they tend to win 7 games. After that, it becomes a little tricky for them. 7 to 8 games is what they look. Well, last year they were phenomenal. One can just hope them to continue it, but in the absence of more experienced heads and a fiery manager, I think it will be a little tough.
Any last thoughts, Jayesh?
Yeah, so I mean, when I see this squad has good players. I would even say that they have fine backups. That being said, their players just don't. I mean, they're good players, but they're not really good players. Just that other teams have even better players. That's what I would say. Like, for instance, they are kind of relying on Anik Notia and I think Harshit Rana for fast bowling, and Andre Russell, not a bad mix, but other teams have even much more firepower in them. So if I see at their team, I think they would be finishing outside of top four, not much outside. Probably fifth or sixth ranked finish, I'm thinking. So just slightly outside the top four. They don't have a bad lineup, but I mean, they're not much standouts. And I do not think that, Ajinkya Rahane and Manish Pandey at middle order will not be able to do as good a job as people think they would be doing. They would do a fine job. But again, I mean, Ajinkya Rahane is an amazing player, but he's no Virat Kohli. So if with that concept, I'm thinking they have a
I
fine
think
squad,
I
but
think Jayesh,
yeah, just finishing outside or top four.
I think Jayesh, you made the point that Ajinkya Rahane is not Kohli, so probably that is an advantage.
Fair point. I think Ajinkya Rahane might have won the IPL with some team. I'm not remembering which, but yeah.
I think he won with CSK.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's a fine player, but like I think the middle order of Ajinkya Rahane and Manish Pandey would not be that good. They have a good finishers though, like Venkatesh Iyer, then you have Rinku Singh, Andre Russell. That's amazing finishing. Overall, good squad. Just not giving me that confidence that they'll be in top four. So just slightly outside of top four, fifth or sixth position. That's what I would
All
predict them
right.
to.
All right.
But Jayesh, I have one question for you. Barring Mumbai, every team you have said is fifth to 10th rank. So
No,
I'm
you.
wondering which other teams you might have in the second, third, and fourth. But that's for Sanskar
I
to
no no
talk.
no no. You were not there in the first
We'll
podcast.
come to that. We'll come to
I
that.
had said two teams who other than that Mumbai that podcast
We'll
itself.
come to that. We'll come to that. We'll come to that. Um, but a lovely banter bit from Oreo there. And I guess that brings the end of all 10 teams. Before I get into the most popular question that everyone loves to ask, I have one minor uh, rapid fire for all the four individuals here. It's simple, really. Within 3 seconds, you gotta answer the potentially best batter and best bowler from each team that I assigned to you. All right. Jayesh, in 3 seconds,
Just a
best
second.
batter and bowler from Mumbai Indians. 3, 2,
Best batter is Surkumar
1. Time
Yadav.
up.
Best bowler is Jasprit Bumrah. अरे बोलने दो.
It's rapid fire for a reason, Jayesh.
Okay.
All
Sky
right.
and Bumrah. Sky Bumrah.
Perfect. Shashank, best batter and bowler from RCB.
It's going to be Virat Kohli and Bhuvneshwar Kumar.
Time up. All right. Virat and Bhuvi. It is. तरंग भाई आपके लिए सबसे बढ़िया बैटर, सबसे बढ़िया बॉलर गुजरात टाइटंस की तरफ से
Rashid Khan Butler.
परफेक्ट. Banking on foreign talent, amazing. Oreo, best batter and bowler from Rajasthan Royals.
Yashasvi Jaiswal and bowler I don't recollect.
Okay,
Archer.
all right. Oreo, I'll continue with you once again. Best batter and bowler from CSK.
Best batsman
From-
Gaikwad. Bowler I will give it to Bravo, but he's not playing. So Jadeja. Jadeja. Jadeja.
Quirky as ever. Jayesh, best batter and bowler from KKR once again.
So best batter would be Venkatesh Iyer, bowler would be Chakravarti, Varun Chakravarti.
Right on time, perfect. Shashank, best batter and bowler from Sunrisers Hyderabad.
Batter is going to be Abhishek Sharma. Bowler is going to be Harshal Patel.
Okay, Harshal Patel. We still have batters for Harshal Patel. Amazing. All right. Tarang,
Bowler.
best batter and bowler from Delhi Capitals.
Akshar Patel and you can say
You'll have to mention Akshay Patel, yeah, batter,
As a
bowler.
batsman or a bowler?
bowler as a bowler, and KL Rahul.
All right. So there it is. Did we leave? All right. I'll be
Punjab
kind
Kings
to
is
you.
left, I think.
I'll be kind to you, Shashank, and since you are wearing red, the only other team I can think of is Punjab Kings, which is the only other team remaining. So the best batter and bowler from Punjab.
Surprisingly, going to be Glenn Maxwell, and I don't see a good bowler there. So Maxwell, the
Ouch.
bowler as well, maybe.
Actually, there's
On
one
Chahal
more.
is just there.
Yeah, okay, Chahal. Okay,
Arshdeep.
Chahal. But I
Arshdeep.
Arshdeep
He
is
won you
there.
the World
somehow
Cup.
I don't have a very good feeling towards Punjab this time. I don't know why. I mean, everyone's predicting Punjab's going to win. So does the color of my shirt. But somehow I'm not getting that feeling. I don't know why. I hope I'm proved wrong because I love Chahal and I have soft corner for Rajdeep because he didn't play in the Champions Trophy. But um, somehow I
But
don't
I,
have a.
but Shashank, I thought you would be taking your name also. Well, that Shashank chap
Yeah,
again.
people
He
will say I'm
came
biased then. So I'm
Um,
unbiased.
to homeboy Jayesh,
I think
one last team. Best batter and bowler from Lucknow Super Giants.
Oh, wait, I think batsman would be Rishabh Pant. Bowler, I don't remember any of their bowlers oddly. I'll have
You
to
can't remember. You know what? Who will be the
There
best
are no bowlers there.
bowling?
Rishabh
Who will
Pant.
be the,
Rishabh Pant is the batsman. Bowler, I don't know any.
you know, who should be the best bowling contributor from Lucknow Super Giants?
Zahir Khan.
Bishnoi.
Wrong. The Torrent Group. They should have taken ownership from LSG because they are the one who needs pharmacy more.
But their net
Great
profit
one.
would have come down.
Actually, seeing their bowling, I would have said no, no good bowler. Anyways, I mean Ravi Bishnoi is the only option. But like, yeah, I mean, anyways, batsman Rishabh Pant. They are anyways a batting heavy team. I think currently.
Perfect. Gentlemen, thanks for that enthusiastic participation on the rapid fire. Just concluding the segment with the usual. We do this every year, and hopefully we get to roast on each other at the end of this segment. Your top 4 teams to make it to the playoffs this particular season. I'll start with our debutant, Shashank.
I have SRH and RCB in the top two, and Mumbai Indians with or without Bumrah, they will qualify. And fourth can be a tie-up between, I mean, it may be a tie between KKR or CSK. It's one of them.
All
That's my
right.
top four.
तरंग जी, आपके टॉप 4 इस साल के लिए.
GT, CSK, MIN, Punjab.
All right. Oreo, your top 4 for this season.
GT, RR, SRH, CSK.
Jayesh, your top four for this year.
I think say Mumbai Indians, SRH. There'd be this sorry, Gujarat Titan. No, wait a second.
Gujarat was the sixth team, man.
No, wait. I had written an order, I just messed it up. Sorry, just a second. There would be shit, I had written it up somewhere. Just a second, sorry, guys.
Yeah, profanities, man. I mean,
He's marked every team in 6th and 10th. That's why I wanted
No,
to.
no, it's not like that. I have SRH for sure. So SRH
and
will
he
be
put and he put CSK on 7th for because of Thala.
so yeah, okay. Yeah, I did. Number one, Mumbai Indians, SRH. Then I think, interestingly, I have Punjab Kings as number 3, and number 4 would be RR.
Right.
Am I the only one with RCB in the top four here?
No, you
I
have
believe so.
Sanskar we are yet to ask.
Okay. I definitely have Mumbai Indians. I have Gujarat Titans. I have Kolkata Knight Riders. Number 4 will be a four-way battle between CSK, RCB, Punjab Kings, and Delhi Capitals in no particular order.
But which team do you want to go in the top four amongst all the 4 teams you mentioned?
I think my background will pretty much answer that for me.
Is Bengal written or? Oh,
But I only feel that it's I hope it's not Punjab or Delhi this time, because RCB needs some company, but or LSD for that matter as well. But I hope it's RCB this time at least. I will not utter the famous tag, but still.
Let's make one more prediction. Like, who will be the finals and who will be the winner? Just to end it off.
Let's
Yeah.
go for it.
you go with you start.
I know your answer, Jayesh, but all right, let's go for it.
Okay, so yeah. My answer would be simple. It would be SRH versus MI. I think that's the final, and Mumbai Indians is gonna win. They will be the champions. So
Trying to
next week,
replicate SA20 finals. Amazing. Oreo
I think I will go with GT and SRH.
and winner.
Winner would be GT.
Tarang.
GT, CSK, and winner should be GT.
Oh, so you don't want Dhoni to win his final IPL game. Interesting. Shashank.
I will stick on to the color of my shirt. I'd say SRH versus RCB. SRH qualifying 1 and RCB qualifying 2. And I hope at least this time RCB wins. And I'm sure they're going to do well. They have a very good, solid team this time. So I'm placing my bet on RCB this time, like always.
Perfect. Well, I definitely want RCB to qualify for the final, but I'll keep my expectations a little humble and I'll say we'll see a Gujarat versus Mumbai final, and let's see Karmbhumi of Ambani or Janbhumi of Ambani who's going to win. My bet is going to be on Karmbhumi, that is Mumbai lifting the sixth title.
Sanskar, I wanted to your opinion or the panel's opinion about one question about this new change which has come, with that being the use of the second new ball from the 11th over. I just wanted to know your thoughts about it because I haven't read much about it. So I just want your thoughts. And
So this particular, yeah, a lot of people haven't actually been discussing this, but there are essentially 3 rules that have come up. I'm aware of 2 of them for sure. So first one being use of saliva has been introduced again in this particular IPL. There's no restriction as such, but owing to COVID and owing to safety protocols, use of saliva was banned by the ICC. But BCCI is trying to get that back in this IPL. And the second rule is that we only in games where there's significant amount of view. This particular rule will not be implemented in all games. Definitely not in the day games, the one starting at 3:30. and this particular decision will be left at umpire's discretion. If umpires believe that there's a lot of view in the second innings, they have the liberty to change the ball and give the give a second new ball in the second innings, in the latter half of second innings, which is after the 10th over. I think it's a great leveler, especially I think of all teams, RCB will be the happiest because one, the ground doesn't do service to them, and two, uh, toss doesn't do service to them, and which leads to number three, you doing an absolute disservice. I know what you're going to say, Oreo. Kohli is doing the biggest disservice. I know that.
No. I was going to tell Destiny is going to do a disservice to them, but I think the Kohli one is better. But yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, I think it's a fair rule. Because if we want evenness in contest, we need a way to sort of discount due out of the equation. So all up for the rule, and not just for RCB, any team or anyone in that particular match simulation that uh doesn't that faces unfair advantage because of you. I think there's a great level. Absolutely welcome.
It's definitely good for the bowlers, I believe, because you can at least grip the ball. No, it's not like a soap. However, for the batters, I don't see it being a positive or a negative, because if there was dew, the ball would skid on. If it's a new ball, it'll skid on anyway. So it's not an old ball, and it's still good to play with. So I think it's not a benefit or something for the batters, but I think definitely positive for the bowlers. At least they can grip the ball and bowl better than. So the scores may come down compared to last year, but that's what I would feel.
Absolutely.
And it's umpire's call. I don't know how the umpires can
Yeah,
be unbiased here sometimes, because just imagine an MS Dhoni and an Ajinkya Rahane fighting over a ball. Whom will the umpire listen to? So I'm not trying to complain
Ambani's.
anything here, but
Ambani.
so that's how it is, because it's the discretion of the umpire here. So umpire may be influenced. They may have some influence bias here as well.
Brilliant. All right, gentlemen. I think at least us at the Toast the Toss have sealed the fate of this IPL at 2025. We have less than 4 hours to go for the first ball being bowled. Wherever you're sitting, make sure to catch the first ball of KKR versus RCB. We'll see you in the next episode. Thank you to all the finalists who have joined us today. Thanks for taking out some time on Saturday. Uh, and keep having fun. Goodbye, and see you all in the next episode.
Thank you very
Sanskar,
much.
Bye.
Sanskar, you have to add one more thing. We have another show.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Alongside IPL, we have another interesting sport, um, adding a lot of thrill, adding a lot of excitement. Formula One is back in action from last week. We have the Chinese Grand Prix. So if you're rich enough like Ambani's, please do watch it on F1 TV. If you're humble in earnings just like me, do watch it on FanCode. But the race starts from 12:30 p.m. tomorrow, the Chinese Grand Prix. Audio is there.
Sanskar, we have a show also on Formula One. Toast the Talk.
I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that. Uh, well, you said it already. So post all of this action, our very own dedicated set of analysts from Formula One, which was the Toast the Talk, comes into the equation. So they'll be the ones taking the proceedings after the F1 race. So make sure you catch that particular episode as well. From the Toast the Toss family, it's a heartfelt goodbye, and we'll see you in the next week.
Bye.
Goodbye.